Hello friends! Today I'm going to show you how to style a wig for a Starfire cosplay. Diving right in, we're going to skip the wig head and go straight to a wig cap. Get that wig cap on all comfortable and cozy and all those hairs tucked up and making sure it looks neat and beautiful. Just like that. We are going to start with a bang trim, and it is preferred to do this while it's on our heads rather than a mannequin head. Now this wig is from Epic Cosplay Wigs, and the color and length is exactly what I wanted for Starfire. We're going to start by brushing out those bangs so we can get ready to have them trimmed. I started by parting them in the middle after I combed them out, and now I'm going to group them into one hand so I can trim it one side at a time. I want the bangs to look natural, so I'm going to hold my scissors vertically and kind of slowly hack away at it bit by bit. I do not want the edges to look choppy, so I do not want to cut in a horizontal fashion. Starfire's bangs are pretty short, but we don't want to chop too much off, so just do it nicely and slowly until you find the length that you're most comfortable with. You can always cut off more later. This vertical method does take a little bit more time, and it does feel like you're not making much progress quickly, but it will have more of a natural look once you're all finished, and you will not get those choppy edges. Comb out the bangs frequently between snipping so you get all those little cut hairs and fibers out of your way. Trim the bangs to your liking, but you will want to curl them under later, so do not trim them too short. I decided I wanted to straighten my wig with a flat iron, but in order to do so, I need to group the hairs off into different sections to make it a bit easier to straighten. Today I'm using hair ties, but you can also use clips to section your hair off as well, whatever you prefer. Epic Cosplay wigs are heat resistant. I'm going to be prepping my flat iron at 350 degrees. I personally prep all of my wigs with this conditioning spray by Motions just to get the fibers all nice and smoothed and prepped for heating. Now I'm going to comb that conditioning spray all throughout the wig. When I comb my wig, I do want to start at the bottom. Avoid combing the middle of your wig. This will create knots and damage your fibers. You always want to start at the ends of the wig first. Now we're going to get started with straightening. Start with little strands at a time so you can get each one as smooth as possible. The back section has lots of hair, so I'm going to use a fine-tooth comb to separate it into two sections, and I will pin the top half on top of the head. Separating it into two sections will make the straightening process much easier. So now you'll take that into small sections and begin straightening bit by bit. When you're ready, you can group the bottom section and then let down the top. And then you'll start that straightening process over again. Straightening your wig always takes just a little bit of patience. Now for some tools. You'll need a fine-tooth comb, lots and lots of hairspray, and you'll need some curlers. Let's go. Curling under the bangs, I wanted to use a curler technique with just some water and hairspray. I'm just grouping a section of hair out of my way so I can just focus on the bangs. So sectioning that off with my fine-tooth comb, I'm going to start one side at a time. In order to let the fibers set in the curlers, we want to dampen them a little bit, so spray it with some water, and then make sure to comb that through. Rolling in the curlers is very easy. You're just going to roll the hairs right around the curler and then clamp it in with the second piece that it comes with, like so. I used just a hair tie to keep it all secure. Getting curlers like this is very easy. They sell them at many local drugstores and they're pretty accessible. Now let's start with the other side. You want to make sure that all the fibers are still damp, so if they do dry while you're doing this process, make sure to give it another spritz if necessary. But I'm essentially just curling them in two sections, so there's a top layer and a bottom layer. So for these bangs, you'll need 4 curlers total. Once they're set, you're going to blast these curlers with hairspray and let them sit for a few hours. Now to take them out. They're going to look a little bit funky at first, so don't be afraid to use your fingers or your comb to comb them under and get them nice and shaped. If you're worried that the bangs are looking too long, remember that wig heads tend to be much smaller than human heads, so it will look different once you have it on. Now it's starting to shape up into that classic Starfire look. You want to make sure to accentuate that middle part and have them nice and separated. Continue to play with it as much as you need. I want to make sure that the sides are nice and curled around in a little flattering shape. And now I think it's finished and it's time to try it on. And here's the finished look. I'm very happy with how this turned out. The bangs look much different on my face than they did on the wig head, and they laid perfectly to my liking. This video is sponsored by Epic Cosplay Wigs. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Please hit subscribe and tune into my channel for new videos every Monday night.